Our next guest is a genuine television legend, an Emmy-winning actor, and if you ever need something winkled, he is your man. This month, he has a new book for kids called Alien Superstar: Hollywood versus the Galaxy, and a new Wes Anderson movie for grown-ups called The French Dispatch. Please welcome the wonderful Henry Winkler. See you.
Jim, it is so good to see you.
It's good. You know, I got a text from my brother today, and he ran into you today.
How about that? I'm buying a rotisserie chicken. I'm wearing my mask that has a trout on it, because I love to fly fish like you do.
And he noticed the trout.
He noticed. He said, hey, is that a trout? I went, yes, it is. And then he said, where do you fish? And I said, well, in Idaho. He said, so do I. And then he said, Swan Valley, that's where I fish. And that's where you have your brand new lodge.
Well, yeah, I have a fishing lodge. Doesn't everyone have a fishing lodge?
No.
No. Really?
Yes, no. I use my front lawn, but there's no water.
Well, if you got trout on the lawn, why not?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
It was such a pleasure to meet your brother.
He was very excited to meet you and to say hello. Yeah. And how are you doing? What do you do? What are you up to besides buying chicken?
I'm 5'6½". I am about. That's what I'm up to. I've not gotten any taller. We're shooting Barry. I go to the set.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. As you know, I love that show.
Thank you.
And so how long have you guys been shooting? Because I know Bill's been shooting.
This year?
Yeah.
We're into the third, fourth episode.
Okay, great. All right. So that's...
out of 8.
Answers a question for me, because I don't know, at the end, you remember what happened at the end of last season? It was a cliffhanger, you know?
Yes.
You found out...
I found out that Barry killed my girlfriend.
Right.
I can say no more.
Who was a police officer.
She was.
And so then I assumed maybe I was worried Barry might just kill you right then and there.
I thought so, too.
Yeah.
And every time I talk to Bill, I say, so am I still in it? Have you killed me? And he said, no, you're still alive. I'm very happy.
Okay, good. All right, good. Well, we got some information here, I think.
That's it.
Yeah. Because they had such an interesting relationship as the teacher and the student and the plays and everything.
It is amazing. If you haven't watched Barry, it is about an assassin who is following a mark, someone he's going to kill, through a door, happens to be my class, decides, I don't want to kill anymore, I'm going to be an actor.
Yeah.
And I'm his teacher.
It sounds... Can I be honest with you? It sounds like the worst idea ever. I mean, it really sounds like a bad idea. And I've told Bill the title is also terrible, Barry. It's like it could be about anything.
Yes, really. Barry Schwartz, he's a dentist.
I think it's probably my favorite show on television. Yeah. It is a great show.
Well, he and Alec Berg, this is the honest truth. I sit in a bubble of brilliance that these two men created, truly.
Yeah, well, and I'm sure they feel the same way.
I don't know that, but...
Well, they did welcome you into the bubble.
I'm saying that to them.
You've been writing, well, you are very prolific. This is your new book, Alien Superstar: Hollywood versus the Galaxy.
It is the end of a trilogy, but Lynn Oliver, my partner, and I have written it also as a standalone. So if you don't want to read the other two, you could read this and be just satisfied. So, okay, so this story is, he's an alien, he's 13 years old. And he has a great sense of smell and taste and feelings, but it's cut off at 13 because the head of his planet doesn't want anybody to be like a nuisance. His grandmother, Grandma Wrinkle, is 900 years old, and she is the head mechanic for the Starfleet of their planet. She builds him a ship out of used parts. He flies to the only address they know on the Earth, the back lot of Universal Studios.
And becomes a Hollywood star.
He then, I don't know how this happened.
Have you and Lynn been eating gummies by any chance?
No. But Lynn, aside from writing books, was also a producer of television and a creator of TV shows. And so we took what we knew. We took what we knew children love, which is stardom and the red carpet and limousines and outer space, and we put them together.
Okay, I think you answered the gummy question. Yeah, for sure. But you're right, though. It's fun. I'm going to give this to my daughter. She would like to read a book like this.
I hope so. It's funny. We like to think that we write the entertainment. We are not the assignment. And he becomes the star of a sitcom on Universal Lot because, as the alien, he already has the costume.
So, like Mork, in a way, in a little way.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's very nice.
Yeah.
And I think you've written now more...
37 novels with Lynn.
37?
Yeah.
Wow. That's like... I don't think there are even 37 books about Donald Trump that have been written right now.
But they're coming.
It's very close. Yeah, it's
coming.
very close. So is it true that, like, when you were on Happy Days, and so many people, we think a lot of people watch shows now, but at that time it was, I don't know how many.
Well, there were only 3 channels.
Yeah, there were 3 channels and then 13, PBS on top. But could you go out? Like, were you able to...
No.
Be in public at all?
It was really scary. People wanted, they thought I was the Fonz. So the 4 of us, Ron Howard and Don Most and Anson Williams and I, went to Dallas because on weekends or on a break of filming the show, we would go out and promote the show. So we're in Dallas. We're at the flagship of Neiman Marcus. 25,000 people show up.
Wow.
And they are standing between us and the limo. Donnie Most got a little nervous. I said, don't worry. I walked to the crowd, to the edge of the crowd, and I said, all right, look. You're not going to touch us. You're going to part like the Red Sea.
They did.
So we're walking, and as we're walking, one kid said, oh, he's so short. And I turned to him and I said, hey, you, I'm not short. He then said, he's so cool. But I'm telling you, it was madness. It was an amazing experience.
You've had some unbelievable career, and yet I would imagine that even with all that you have done, being in this new movie, The French Dispatch, directed by Wes Anderson, who hasn't made a new movie for quite some time, like 7 years or something like that, that has to be a life highlight, too.
I think if Wes Anderson was a restaurant, he would be a 5-star Michelin star.
Yeah,
he
sure.
He is the top. Now, and then I get called to be in a Wes Anderson movie.
He just called you?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So now, my wife and I get on a plane, we fly to France, we get off the plane, we get on a train, we go for 3 hours to the south, we then stand for 3 hours while they make every bit of your costume except my hat.
Wow.
Now,
why not the hat?
Well, I don't know why.
That would be the first thing I would make, is the hat.
You know what? I'm going to tell him. When you're in his movie, you better make his hat.
We have a shot from the movie.
I am Bob Balaban's brother. Adrian Brody is our nephew. He is an art dealer. Benicio del Toro is the artist who is so delicious.
He is great. I saw the movie.
Oh,
it's really good. Yeah. Yeah.
We're standing there. Wes Anderson, who wears a tweed suit and a yellow scarf every day. He said, Henry, I went, oh my God, Wes Anderson is going to give me a direction now. Yes, sir. Could you move a millimeter to your left? I can.
And that was that? Wow. You know what? That's when it comes to the masters, it's really about the little things, you know?
He is in charge of everything. I'm not kidding. He is, and then he runs the most incredible set. There are no trailers. You're in a room that is built out of velour. You get a baguette with some ham and cheese and a thermos of soup for lunch. You all change and you get made up in the same room at the same time. Tilda Swinton, Benicio, Bob, me. And then, when it's over, You go back to the hotel, and a chef, his chef, makes everybody dinner.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh, it was unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Don Most wasn't there with you?
Don, do you know what? They asked Don to be in the movie.
They did?
But he was singing with his combo.
Oh, yeah. Well, all right. Well, you know what? He's busy. He's a busy guy.
And he couldn't make it.
That's Mel for you.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to see you.
Wow.
Thank you for coming.
I'm so happy
You got
to be
two
here.
great things. First of all, Alien Superstar, Hollywood versus the Galaxy. Buy that for your kids. And The French Dispatch opens in theaters October 22nd. Henry Winkler, everybody. We'll be back with Billy Idol. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel, and this is The Internet. I made it myself. Hit subscribe if you like it.